Hello and welcome to Myrtle Beach Mall. This video is going to be an interesting one because, spoiler alert, security guard did not like me filming in this mall. We'll get to that in a moment. So, this is Myrtle Beach Mall, formerly Briarcliff Mall, not actually located in Myrtle Beach or North Myrtle Beach. It's actually between the two. So as you can see here, the mall looks fairly empty. I put up some text at the beginning of this video to kind of set you up to the situation here. This is a Saturday. This is 10:30. Now the mall hours are posted as opening at 10 o'clock. So there have been previous mall videos, dead mall walkthrough videos, where people claim, hey, everything's closed down because you're there before they open. Well, not true. The mall hours are posted 10 o'clock to 6, and here I am at 10:30. So this mall has low vacancy for sure, but there are some good shops in here. So before anyone cries foul on the dead mall nature of this video, I will go ahead and straight up say that Bass Pro Shop and Player's Choice are excellent examples of reasons to come to this mall. Player's Choice, especially in my case. I'll even make a video on that place later on, specifically their 25 cents arcade that's next door to them. It's awesome. So Books A Million was closed during the posted mall hours. They may have their own specific hours, but here we are, flashing light, gates not open. You'll notice that the Belk door is starting to open here, so opening up a little bit late, but open nonetheless, unlike a lot of the other shops in this mall. So I'll go ahead and start discussing what I alluded to earlier about the security being a little upset with me filming in the mall. So first things first, before I get into the conversation that was had and the issues that were discussed, the security officer who spoke to me was extremely friendly, very cordial, very respectful. Props to him, he's a good guy, no ill will there whatsoever. The guy's doing his job well. Now, what we talked about was this. When you are in Myrtle Beach Mall, it is against their rules to take pictures or to record video. Now you might think to yourself, what if I'm on vacation and I want to take a picture of my son or daughter playing one of the arcade games at Player's Choice, for example? Or what if I want to take some pictures of my lunch at the food court or something like that? Well, apparently, according to the rules of the mall, you are not allowed to take a photograph or a video while in their mall. This, believe it or not, is actually posted outside the front door of the mall. This is something the security guard discussed with me. He said, yeah, it's actually posted outside, and it is a little outdated because outside the door it says no videotaping. So, if you really wanted to be a stickler, I don't think anybody is going to be videotaping in this mall anytime soon. This shop looked really cool. I really wanted to go in there and buy a rug, honestly, but I couldn't because they weren't open. So to continue the story, we had a brief conversation about how the mall does not like negative publicity about its shops or the state of the mall, especially the sensitive nature with the COVID epidemic or pandemic going on right now. And that is completely understandable. If I'm a shop owner, heck, if I own the mall, I wouldn't want people putting out imagery of my empty mall and showing it in a negative light. Totally get it. And that's one of the reasons I'm narrating over this right now, to give you the story so that you don't just watch this video and see closed down shops. During this day, I actually did go to, like I said earlier, Player's Choice and made some purchases. I do go to this mall and make purchases. So I'm a patron, and I would recommend that you go out there and support them. Just don't go into the food court where this old restaurant is. There's actually a knife just sitting out in the open. I thought that was kind of awkward. This is one example of one of the food court locations that has closed down, or at least hasn't been operating in quite some time. Anyway, so I was told that they don't like the publicity, and I was asked multiple times if I was a reporter or if I was with a newspaper or a TV station, and I was honest with them. I said I'm just a guy, just a dude with a camera, and I like to document things in the Myrtle Beach area, especially things that may be changing in the future. And malls are one of those things that I have been documenting over the past few years. Inlet Square Mall, Myrtle Beach Mall, and Coastal Grand Mall. Which, Coastal Grand Mall, by the way, their parent company filed Chapter 11 recently, bankruptcy. Which doesn't mean they're going out of business. I mean, it happens all the time, especially with groups that own places like malls, LLCs that have property management of that nature. So the mall's not going anywhere. They're just restructuring. But malls lately have been changing. For better or for worse, or just disappearing. So I want to document them for historical purposes. Might sound a little odd, historically documenting a mall, but to you and I, who grew up in, say, this mall specifically, it means a little bit something to us, because we have nostalgia and memories of this place. It's not about shedding a dark light over the mall or showing it in a negative light. It's strictly for, hey, remember this place that I went to, or this place that you went to? This is what it looks like now. And it can spark memories that maybe we totally forgot about, and they come back to us, and it's nostalgia and documentation of things, of course. So I'm just throwing that out there, and that's the reason I was doing this, and that's the reason why I do this. It's not to show anything in a negative light. And to springboard off of, the mall doesn't want people to see empty tenants. That's kind of silly. It's like saying Yelp should not be allowed to post reviews of a restaurant, that you can only experience said restaurant once you've gotten there and sat down at their table. No, man. This is a commercial space, and patrons are supposed to come here and spend money. Now, if you don't allow people to show what your establishment is about, then you don't deserve patrons to come to your establishment, in my opinion, if you're really that strict. Now, like I said, the security guard was super nice, and he said, well, if you're not with the news and you're not a reporter, what you got going on is fine. Just, don't be bad-mouthing the mall. And I'm not. I'm a patron of this mall. So that's my story of the security guard telling me I was not allowed to film or take pictures of this mall. That's one of the reasons why there is not much footage of the Bass Pro Shop side of the mall, because that was after the conversation with that gentleman. Let's compare and contrast. Now, this video was shot on a Saturday, about 10:30, and after visiting Myrtle Beach Mall, I ventured over to Coastal Grand Mall. So I made a video of Coastal Grand as well. And if you go back 2-3 uploads ago, you'll see that the video is posted. And you can, see for yourself the nature of both these malls, crowd levels, shop levels, activity, and the like. And you could come to your own conclusion, but after seeing the crowd level at Coastal Grand, there is an audience. There is a group of people who want to shop at a mall. So, knowing that and seeing that, I have high hopes that this space will be utilized, whether it's in this nature or recently there were some plans put out into the public sector that depicted a redevelopment of half the building, doing a Market Common style shopping plaza next to the Bass Pro Shop side of the mall. So maybe that'll happen, and maybe it'll be successful again, and maybe another generation will create memories in this commercial space like I have. Alright, everybody, that's all I got for you today. So stay safe, take it easy, I'll see you next time.